gentlemen, hope you are good. Welcome to Financial Literacy Simplified. Yesterday's paper, October 4th, 2025, on personal finance, there was somebody by the name Josiah who is indicating that his job is ending in 2 years. He currently earns 110,000 shillings per month. So he is seeking your views. How can he secure his future? I am here to give my views so that wherever Josiah is, he can also get our advice. So Josiah earns 110,000 I've indicated. He has a loan of 1.7 million, which he's servicing. He has loan deductions of 48,000, rent of 8,000 shillings, transport of 3,000, food of 5,000, Chama of 5,000, and school fees for 3 children at 30,000 shillings per term. So he is left with nothing. But he has on the other side, in his assets, he has savings in that Sacco worth 600,000. He has inherited some land, agricultural land in the village, 3.5 acres. He needs to know how can he restart. Josiah, I would want to maybe pose this. This job that you are working is on a contract. Does it entitle you to service gratuity? Does it entitle you to severance pay? Because if it's a contract, you will get gratuity at the end of the period. If it's a severance pay, you will also get at the end of the period. So here, we need to look at what are the potential sources of income that Josiah can have. He is in a Sacco with savings of about 600,000. Let's work with an average of 8% rebates payment per annum. That's around 48,000. So 48,000 can be able to meet your food expenses, Josiah, because your food in a year is coming to around 60,000. So for 48,000, you will have to reduce your food expenses, maybe the 48,000, because you will also receive dividends from the Sacco that will take care of your food. Now, where can you do a business? There are two potential sources of income here. There is the service gratuity or your severance pay if you get. There is also the aspect of this land that you have inherited is agricultural. You haven't specified whether it is prime for crop farming like tea or sugarcane or coffee. Is it good for dairy farming? You need to specify that. But let me assume this agricultural land of 3.5 acres, you can be able to do a project there that can generate you on a minimum of, let's say, 20,000 shillings a month. That one will keep you going. There are some expenses that you need, Josiah, to cut down. For food, in fact, 5,000 is quite manageable. Chamas, that is an investment. Once you become jobless, you will have to stop on that. But I will get back to the issue of Chamas. School fees for 3 children of 30,000 shillings every term. You haven't specified whether these kids are in primary or high school, but let me assume they are in primary. You will have to take expenses that you can afford. Remember, we normally say that a source of protein, bacon is a source of protein. Also, beans are a source of proteins. You buy or you use what you can afford. There is a fruit called kiwi fruit. A piece that is smaller than my fist goes for 120 shillings. There is also some fruits called mapera that are in season. Almost a kasuku of 2 kgs goes for 50 or 70 shillings. So you have to prioritize these school fees. As much as it's a basic need, you cannot afford to pay 30,000 shillings per term, and your contract is coming to an end. So if I would suggest these school fees, you can reduce it to 10,000 per child, and you will save a whole 20,000 per term for a kid. That one will come to 60,000 in a term. So in a year, you will save 180,000. This money from your Chama, you are contributing 5,000 shillings per month. I'm assuming this is either a merry-go-round or an investment Chama. So at the end of the year, you will have 60,000. This money, the 60,000, you can use it to take care of things like your rent. To some extent, it can take care of your rent, or the much needed capital that you need to start the agricultural project. Remember, agricultural projects are not so expensive, especially if they do not involve infrastructure. With 200,000, you can start a project in the village, that agricultural land, and it is able to generate you on a minimum 20,000 shillings per month. So, Josiah, I will tell you, there is a cloud at this dark situation. There is some silver lining that will help you. You can still be able to recover, and you can still be able to make a turnaround. Let me stop at that. Let's keep on learning.